Hello and welcome back. I am joined today by candidate for Luzerne County Council, Tim Mullen, who is running as a Libertarian. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me here today, Tiffany. I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, we're happy to have you, Tim. Happy to have you. And I would love to just start by having you tell the viewing audience a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm pretty much local talent. I was born here in Luzerne County, lived here my whole life. I attended local high school, local community college. I earned a nursing degree, and I've been practicing nursing for 17 years now. Joined the Army Reserves in my early 20s. I did 23 years in the Army Reserves, including 2 tours in Iraq, and just only recently retired in 2008.
Well, and Tim, I would just like to say, as a military wife, thank you for your service. And I know you are too humble to say this, so I will say you are a recipient of the Bronze Star as well, which is really incredible.
Thank you very much.
Tim, what made you decide to run for office? What was the moment?
Well, for this office specifically, I did run for state representative last year, and I pretty much burned myself out by the time it was all over. But, you know, I was home sitting around a month or so, and I'm watching the news, I'm reading the papers, and the energy and you might call it anger just starts all over again. And I had read about the opportunity for running for the council, and I said, yep, I think that's the next logical place to go from there.
Mm-hmm. And you are a Libertarian.
Yes, that's correct.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think distinguishes you therefore from the rest of the pack?
Well, as a Libertarian, and you can throw out everything you've heard about us. It really doesn't apply what we feel on the social issues. Some people might disagree, but certainly on the local level, the big thing is our fiscal conservatism. And with a county that's approaching $500 million in debt, I think we definitely need a dose of fiscal conservatism here.
Well, while we're on that topic, Tim, there's a whopping $23 million hole in the budget right now, and if elected, what do you do about that? What can you do about that?
Well, I did read that in the papers, and I heard it's only preliminary, and supposedly they're going to close the gap, but I don't much really buy that. But I am one candidate, if you read the papers, that I don't just talk the talk, sound bites like no tax increases or let's pay down the debt, but I actually have written about solutions such as giving the controller back some of the powers he's going to lose in this charter, keeping a lid on the judicial budget, although as council people we can't hire or fire in the court system. We can approve their budget, and from what I understand, it is a little overstaffed compared to similar sized counties. But they're just 2 examples right off the top of my head of solutions, not just sound bites.
Right, right. Have you, Tim, I know there's been quite a few transition team meetings. Have you been attending the transition team meetings?
I have attended several. I do work the 3 to 11 shift, so it is tough trying to get time off and all, but I have attended a couple. But, I try to keep up and read the minutes, read the charter, and keep as informed as possible, on all the issues. And one thing I probably would do, I realize as we start out this home rule will probably not be a part-time job as advertised, and if necessary, I will go down to part-time at my regular job to not shortchange the taxpayers of this county.
Wow. If elected, what would be your top priorities?
Well, number one is this debt is number one. I mean, this is like a time bomb waiting to go off. Right now, the debt is manageable only because we have record low interest rates. But I ask people, what happens when interest rates go up from here? We could be spending a greater and greater portion of our budget just on paying interest. And to me, that is like a bomb ready to go off. So that has to be addressed, and certainly by some of the issues I just mentioned. We need to turn over every rock and stone to find ways to cut corners. And you know, I hate to say layoffs. I've said I'd rather see attrition through layoffs, but you know, I'm the candidate that'll tell you what you don't want to hear, and you know, there might have to be some layoffs.
Are you, speaking of just other priorities, I know they have to hire a county manager.
Right.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for in a county manager?
Well, somebody with a strong background in finance, accounting, managing people. It has to be a people person, though. That's probably something that may not be on any resume. He has to get along with people. I don't advocate anybody from this area, only because due to the nature of the qualifications of that position, I think that somebody from our area would probably be tainted or connected in some way, shape, or form. The taxpayers of this county I view as sort of like an abused spouse. They've lost their trust in government, and we need to be open and as transparent as possible here. Under a normal situation, we might want to keep the names withheld, but this isn't a normal situation.
No. So you are for disclosing the names?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Last question, Tim. If people want to learn more about your campaign, where can they go?
Well, they can go to my website. It's www.votemullen.com, or they can check me out, Tim Mullen, on Facebook, or they can go to Vote Tim Mullen on Facebook. Well,
thank you so much for joining me. It's always nice to meet a military man, and thank you for your service again, and good luck in the upcoming election.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tim.
I appreciate it.